Hey guys, subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.
Religion, a beautiful element present in everyone's life, which allows one who believes to have faith in a greater being who watches and guides over all. Religion also helps people to be affectionate, caring, and understanding to others. But sometimes religion can have various other effects which can lead to a certain type of fear. A fear which freezes even the most powerful people from doing the necessary act at the right time. This fear can be summed up in one word, and that is superstition. The fear of doing an act while there is nothing to fear of. One can define superstition as a term used to identify the various pseudo effects of religion, which, even from the perspective of religion, can be said as irrational. This irrationality can happen because of one of the two effects based on the knowledge of one's faith. The first effect is that if someone has immense knowledge of his own faith but doesn't understand it. And the second effect is when someone has no knowledge of his own faith and neither does he or she understand it. These two extremes can be recognized as the origin of superstition, hence making us wonder on how can a country like India be balanced with so many religions? Can India ever stop being superstitious? Or will they become so superstitious that religion would run the economy? With so many questions, we decided to interview Reverend Dr. Dyson, having immense but a balanced knowledge on various religions and a wide array of superstitious beliefs. We surely know that he can shed some much needed light on the mysterious topic of superstition. Hence, we decided to interview him. Couldn't you explain superstition?
Superstition is a vast area of topic, like, and it differs, I would say, country to country, place to place, religion to religion. All of a sudden, we cannot say a thing that doesn't correspond to the reality or correspond to reason, doesn't correspond to the reason. We cannot immediately call this superstitious, because man is not only made up of mind, but he has got a heart, he has got a soul, and we all have the power to transcend. And immediately someone comes and says that, oh, your belief is superstitious. We just cannot accept that. For example, when I pray before Christ the King statue, maybe a person who doesn't believe in God, for him this may be superstitious belief. But whereas I have a power to transcend, and I believe a power beyond me, which I call God. So therefore, a person doesn't believe God, and the person who believes in God, the superstition varies. So therefore, we cannot strictly define this is what superstition is. But whereas some of the superstitious beliefs which is harmful to the society, there we need to question.
Okay. So, according to you, why is India so superstitious?
I feel in India people are pantheist, and they find divine in everything. For them, especially I talk especially Hindus, uh, they believe or they even adore the statue Hanuman. So for them, they have high respect towards monkeys, and the cow is a holy animal to them because it's like a goddess. Since Indian mind, I would say, as a whole, especially the Hindus, since they find God in everything, For them, everything is like a divine creation. And therefore, one good thing in it is, and they try to respect the nature, animals. So, though we say superstitious, but there are good elements in it. Therefore, I would stick. Again, when you say India is superstitious, how you understand the thing, how you understand the reality, how you comprehend the thing, that's very important. But I have some preconceived notion telling that, okay, these are superstitious belief. I would also say to them what they have are superstitious belief. So again, the point here is, how do you understand the reality?
How do you understand it?
For example, we see moon. We know it's a star. Whereas a poet sees, and he may see maybe a beautiful lady's face. Again, how you look at the reality?
How do you look at
Reality. But there is a reality, and we need to understand and comprehend that reality. Anything against that reality is superstitious. So that reality, as philosophers say, is the highest good. As a believer, I would say is God. And a humanist would say maybe a highest love, let us say. And people try to, because we all are unique, that we need to accept. Before entering into superstition, we need to accept that we all are unique. And my thinking is not as same as your thinking. Entirely different. But I want to underline, anything harmful to the humanity because of my ignorance, that is called superstition.
According to you, is superstition a social problem or not? Why?
Certain place it's social problem. The ignorance leads to a lot of problems. And here, we need to teach people. If we don't conscientize people, they may practice the same thing. And some are social evils.
Yes, true.
Understand? So we need to tell people, this is what this, that is what that. And either government or education system or some activist, they have to come forward and make them understand this is what the reality is.
As astrology plays a major part in the superstitious beliefs of Indians, should it be recognized as a science or should Indians progress ahead without this?
Astrology is a part of science. But again, if it doesn't correspond to the reality, then we should not accept it.
So if an astrology like the newspaper says that you're a Gemini and something's good gonna happen to you, and if that good thing happens to you, at that moment you should start believing in astrology. Is that what you're trying to say? Because you're saying that if it happens in real life, then it's corresponding.
See, many of the astrology, let us say, they must have written from their experiences and from the movement of what you call that planets,
Celestial bodies.
celestial bodies, and naturally it has got some correspondence.
True, to a point, yes.
And that we need to accept. There is some correspondence because we all are one cosmos.
Yeah, we're all connected. Yes.
We all are connected. In that way, there are some connection with the celestial bodies.
True.
We just cannot say no.
Yes, I can.
You understand? But it also differs. It gives only a, what do you call that, a general idea. Only a general idea. But it will not correspond to what do you call that, account the individuals. Stark difference is there. Since astrology says like this, my fate should be like this. If I believe in that, I will be like that. But I have to go beyond that. And religion teaches to go beyond.
True.
Understand?
Yes.
So I should not limit, since my tradition is like this, so I will be like this, and that's not the real life.
Okay.
Astrology says that I will be a dumb fellow. So if I believe that and I start to believe, then my whole system, I will become like that only.
Yes, yes.
Whereas every individual has the capacity. And we need to use our intelligence. Not only astrology, but intelligence is very important. And we need to come up. I know certain cases, people who believed like that, but through someone's intervention, they changed. So, anything astrology say we cannot, it may give a general notion. Understand? So that is not the reality. So therefore we need to challenge it.
Okay.
We need to challenge it.
So, in India, why are women always accused of being witches? Can't there be wizards too?
First and foremost, I don't believe in it, the witches and wizards. And why? Because our society is more patriarchal, not a matriarchal society. It's a matriarchal society, women will be respected, and they have the power. Here, the patriarchal society, naturally a man wants to put down the
Right.
yeah, that's natural to happen. And the whole system is also developed like that. For example, when a man and woman is caught in adultery, who is most affected? Naturally. Why? Because of society. So I would say it is due to the setup of our society. There are a lot of wizards also, but they escape.
Yes, yeah. Right.
Why? Because of system. The
System.
system is corrupt.
System is correct.
So we need to change the system.
Okay. Will superstition die, or will it grow in power and start to influence people more?
According to me, in Indian scenario, asking Indian scenario.
Yes.
Indian scenario, with the present political setup, and there's higher chance of growth. Yeah.
I can understand the thought. Right.
Yeah, but I cannot openly say like that. But I would say it is because of our political and religious setup. The subscription going to grow. That's what we see all this medias and all this what is happening around us.
Rakshaks and all that.
Yeah, all everywhere you see that thing.
Yes, I understand that.
Understand? Though we claim to be that we are
Secular
highly
country.
intellectuals and secular, and we say blah blah, but in reality,
It's all just written down on paper, but no actions.
so now people are becoming more and more superstitious.
Yeah. I mean, superstition.
Understand? So because there's a motive behind it, and if they all start to think and stand in their own feet, that's a threat to a political system.
And then the political system always want to program, control.
Yeah, exactly. So
Bring the superstition.
exactly. So they want to keep it live.
Religion controls people.
Yeah,
Right.
they want to keep it alive like that. So when politics is mixed with religion, it's dangerous.
Of course, it's very good.
It's dangerous. Let religion be the religion and politics be apart from it.
That's what made India secular.
So when both mix, and if you don't highlight the good aspects, and if people, instead of loving each other, that's the core point of every religion is a love. Instead, they forget about love and they start hate each other because of religion. Then the political agenda we need to suspect.
Okay. Thank you.
After that knowledgeable interview, we decided to hit the households for a public opinion on superstition.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how superstitious are you?
Huh?
How superstitious are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm not at all superstitious in any way. I mean, I don't believe in that is called astrology.
Astrology.
I don't believe in it, and I don't believe in time, like so,
Yes.
timing of the day,
Right.
timing of the year, month, or something like that. So even in in any other way, I'm a very unusual person. Maybe I don't believe in superstition.
Right. Why do you think the general populace of India is superstitious?
Too much fear of God. So, see, they are worried about, I think, almost all the religion, actually, they say God is love, God is this, that, and all.
True.
But still, I think general public, whatever religion you are scared of an almighty God who is waiting there to find something wrong with you.
Right.
Whether you do this that time or this time, whether
Right.
you get married.
Yes.
No. So, and this is encouraged by semi-educated, what do you call that, religious leaders,
Religious leaders.
all those those who do this gurus and puja, Kanevala, and things like that. So the people are told,
Right.
you wear this yantra, you will be safe from this.
Right.
You do this puja, you will get a lot of money.
Right. Right.
You get married this such and such a time, something will happen.
Right.
But in my case, until now I have not looked at any such thing, neither the time nor the date or the year or whatever it is.
Right. Okay. According to you, should superstition be abolished, or should the society just totally ignore it?
See, abolishing many leaders have tried. Changes are made, okay. But now it has become part of a religious thing.
Right.
So each religion is having some taboo
Yes.
connected to superstition. So that is being entered, and actually that is passed on to the ordinary people. So I think many people are getting more superstitious now, because they are told this is going to happen if you marry at that time, if you have a function at that time, your housewarming is done at such a time, something will happen. So the popular opinion about it is instilled in you also. So you also dare not break that. If someone says don't have that function at that time, at such and such a time, make it in the afternoon.
Right.
And many people do that, then I also do that.
Right.
So I don't know how whether it can be stopped or not. Because nowadays you come across every politician doing finding gurus to fix the time. Every film star doing it.
Right.
Every producer is doing it.
Right.
And so for everything we go for a astrological counseling.
Right.
So that has become a habit now.
Society.
It should run away from something else.
Yeah, it's just escapism from something else, right?
It's thinking that it will happen. So it's all God's hand. If you believe in a God Almighty, then you don't have to think of a time. That He has no time.
Right.
But if we started believing in astrology as it is all these things, it may be a science, I don't know. But does it affect me? I don't know.
No. Yeah, it doesn't. Maybe not, maybe. I don't know. Imagine. Alright. Thank you.
As we clearly can see, superstition will surely soon die out in India. Due to the increase of the enlightenment of religion, people now are slowly understanding that superstition is a totally untrue phenomena and has no effect on your actions or reactions. Apart from that, only mainstream superstitious beliefs like astrology is still having some friction, since there is a major following in India as it is a vital part of the majority religion of the region. But we can just hope and expect that people leave their superstitious beliefs and trust and understand that their actions have equal reactions and are not influenced by the religion that they follow.